Did it shape you into a better man, Nick?
Um,
But you matured in there, you came out and went, fucking hell, I don't want to go back there.
Listen, life's life, innit? You know what I mean? Life's life, and sometimes you can't turn around and say you're not going to do a certain thing, because if you were put in a certain situation, circumstances can mean that you might do something that the law says is wrong, but you and your principles say is right. You might defend yourself, you might be attacked, and you might attack them back and beat them, but the circumstances might say that you're still guilty. Then you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Then all of a sudden you're back in there or whatever. So what I'll turn around and say is that what I did do is I decided that I would never go back in there for stealing or for dishonesty. You know what I mean? Whereas I'm still going to try and defend myself or my honour or my family. But other than that, I've got no reason.
You matured and learned a lesson for the petty things that you did back then. Like,
yeah, it was stupid. Yeah, I've never earned no money.
Petty crime,
I mean? Daft crime and that. And but what it did show me was that revolving door that prison has, because the amount of people who are still involved in that cycle of they're probably most secure when they're inside. You know what I mean? They're getting 3 square a day, 3 meals a day, this, that, and the other.
They actually like being in there and they're getting fed and watered.
Yeah, fed, watered, warm. And somebody was saying to me the other day, listen, the guys who are inside live a better life than many of them that are outside. Many poor people. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, from what you hear and that, listen, we had to shit in a fucking plastic bucket, 3 of us. Yeah, slop out, 3 of you in a cell. You've got a plastic bucket with a lid on, and if you wanted to crap after a certain time, you'd have to fucking get your shit parcel and that. Yeah, but you couldn't do that. You get a piece of newspaper, turn all lights off, tell them to hold the nose, shit on the newspaper, wrap up the newspaper, out it goes out the window, shit parcel. It's meant. Listen, it was gruesome. That there, a lot of people. I remember. Do you remember Scum?
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Well, we were brought up on that. Our generation, Scum, Scarface, whatever. And I remember that. And I remember all I ever remember was that scene where, where's your tool? Gone, what fucking tool? This fucking tool. So I thought, oh, is that how it is then? Right. So when man used to say, do you want to have a go, man? Done, fuck you.
One dig finish,
gone. Just try my best, you know what I mean? Because you have to survive. Yeah. Like I've said, listen, if you're going to go to hell, you better get some horns, man. You know what I mean? Get your horns. If you're going to go to hell, get your horns. Get your horns ready.
So you came out of prison at 20, Nick. Was that when the kind of the boxing kind of springboarded in for you? 20 years. 20 years.
I was 19.
19.
And I'd got out. Our Colin had been up to Durham, and we'd had a chat with me and told me that, look, this is getting a bit serious and that, and the way that you're going with your sentence is ridiculous, and you're going to end up getting big ones and that. You know what I mean? Getting a big one.
How important was that chat with Colin then?
Very important. It was vital. If he hadn't come up, I'd have just carried on again. Doing what I was doing and just trying to make a few quid. I was a shit crook. I'd never been a drug dealer, never been a alt like that, so I was never liable to make any money. You know what I mean? Not really a proper robber and all that business. I wasn't a crook. I was a shit crook. You know what I mean? Just a chance. I just wanted to put something in my pocket so I could go out in the night time and not have to turn around and say, "Get us a pint." Yeah, just like many of us. You know what I mean? But that from there, I came out and then I went down to St. Patrick's, started boxing there. Actually fell in love with it. Fell in love with having somewhere to go that felt like I was part of something. You know what I mean? And
that saved your life back then. But it saved you from going back to the crime and things.
100%, 100%. I don't know if I hadn't gone into boxing, I'd have been still walking street. So if I'm still walking street, I'd have still wanted to have some money. You didn't need money in your pocket to go in a boxing ring or to go in the gym. You might pay your little subs and that, but St. Patrick's was a sponsored gym anyway. So if you had good talent, they'd sort of like say, you don't bother. If you can't afford it, if you had good talent and couldn't afford it, they'd still say, pay me with your attendance.
It's class, isn't it, man?
Yeah.
That's beautiful, man. I like that, because some people haven't got it and they're really gifted. That's tough, man. It's shitty because it's such a tough sport, man. Somebody come with nothing. and making themselves something. That's the special thing about boxing.
That's why I love it. I love them coming in the door, and when they come in the door, if they're coming in a certain way, and I'm not trying to be anybody's seafood, anybody's bloody, look at me. No, because what I do because I've got a real passion, because I see so many of these fucking kids, and I think to myself, you know what? I don't want you to even have to even think to go through anything that I went through. You know what I mean? I remember getting fucking, do you remember that Rodney King thing?
Yep.
Right. Listen, I remember that Rodney King, the same year as Rodney King got his situation in, I think, California or something, America. I had a situation where I had him on my neck, you know what I mean? And I could hear the vertebrae in my neck crunching. And the only reason why I didn't personally have my neck snapped was because I had some good traps. You can see on that picture over there now. And when I went like that and squeezed my neck in, you know what I mean? I sort of like took the strain, but I could hear in my ears, I could hear crunch, crunch, crunch. And I thought, fuck, you know, they're going to kill me. But that was a situation with police and that. So I've been in some silly situations which could have really had bad ramifications on my future. And fortunately, I've been able to come out the other side decently, you know what I mean, for want of a better word.